Hello again folks, a serious question now to all you lefties who come onto my channel showing obvious signs and symptoms of the woke mind virus. Do you want people to die? Do you like it when people are killed because it kind of proves you right? Simply for that reason. Do you get off on people getting hurt because you don't have the ability to, or you can't really articulate a good argument to support what you're believing? Does it make you happy when you dox people, you get people sacked from their jobs, from being able to provide for their families, a roof over their heads, food on the table, support the wife and kids, disabled relatives because they think differently to you? Does that really make you happy? Because if it does, then you seriously need to reevaluate your lives. You really do. Now, of course, I'm talking about the Nottingham attack the other day. A couple of lives snuffed out, gone. Just like that, because the guy had a mental illness. That hasn't been confirmed, by the way. But then again, when someone of that demographic does such an act, it's always mental illness. Thomas Meyer wasn't afforded that luxury of mental illness when he murdered Joe Cox, was he? Of course, I'm not saying it was right what he did, because two wrongs certainly don't make a right. But still, it's okay when you do it, isn't it? Now, as we know, the guy who committed that act was a non-British citizen. He should not have been here. He had a history of mental illnesses. And even though I did say that the radio stations weren't really asking the right questions, I have to tip my hat off to GB News, because soon afterwards, well, in the last 24 hours since that thing happened, they've been looking more into the perpetrator. While every other radio station, Talk TV, even LBC, Sky News, BBC, everyone else, the legacy mainstream media, they were just saying an attacker. GB News pointed out at his demographic. And even Notts Police didn't want to point in that direction, because they chose a stock photo of a white person being put in handcuffs by a copper, so to suggest that it was a white guy, or a white woman, a white person, doing the heinous act, when it wasn't. Now, there's more stuff coming out about this guy. I'm not going to say it, but just watch GB News if you want a bit more close to the truth in reporting facts about this case. Because I'm telling you now, no other radio station, mainstream media organisation will touch on what should be looked at and what should be said. Some woke idiot on Twitter even yesterday said, or he blamed the guy's actions on Margaret Thatcher closing down asylums. Thus the Tories are to blame for this guy who shouldn't be here, killing people. I'm not laughing because of the incident, I'm laughing because it's fucking absurd, it really is. And I stand by my Twitter post where I blamed organisations like Care for Calais, even the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, for being taxi services for people who really shouldn't be here. And more importantly, we don't know who they are, we really don't. It's known that these people are throwing their documents away over the channel or before they even get to Calais, so they can't be identified, and any criminal activities in the past, it can be verified. It's wrong, isn't it? It's not far right and it's not extreme to wanting your own people safe. It really isn't. It's not far right and it's not extreme to expect to know who the hell we're having over here. It's just common sense. We shouldn't be barring people simply because of the colour of their skin, sexuality, or anything like that. But we need to know who the hell these people are, especially if they have a history of being violent, just like the Nottingham attacker. And if you ask me, murder, mayhem, anything bad is too high a price to pay for multiculturalism and diversity, in my opinion. And there we go, that's my video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, Roger Trout.